I keep making videos and you keep leaving comments. Most of them are nice, helpful and useful. But then there are some that make me question humanity and my sanity. I thought the degenerates only inhabit forgotten realms like Twitter and Reddit. It turns out I was never safe. Still, I appreciate every comment I see. Many of them help me improve at the game and many of them just make me laugh. So here are some of them. I can confirm that the Riven Mafia is still around. Well, I haven't had many dealings with them in the past, but for all of you out there, be careful when buying overpriced Rivens. In most cases, it's not worth robbing a bank for that god roll Riven. Saturn 6 is made for people who use melee on Vaska Kawats instead of tranquilizing them for conservation. I love the animals as much as the next guy, but hear me out. Vaska Kawat pancakes. Good thing basic parts aren't tradable. There would be some people scamming noobs with a basic Ember set or something along those lines. The true immortal warframe is the Nipple Spartan. I love how Nipple Spartan is all you need to say for people to know it's Stynax. I'm surprised that Jade didn't require an extra part. Seems like it would have made sense. Less of a grind though, so I shouldn't complain. Don't worry, she already got the part because she did the grind. I never give the prisoner a weapon. He got caught, didn't he? I can't trust him with my weapon. Thank you for doing this, and Ember was originally a male warframe. You can also use Ivara's Navigator on spear guns. It works on a lot of physical projectiles. If you have Archon shards in a frame and you subsume it, you can contact the support and they usually give the shards back to you. The Zylok doesn't have auto fire. This weapon has a very interesting fire mechanism, so enabling auto fire in the options has no effect on this gun. Relays require MR30 in order to get a free booster for about 3 hours with a 24-hour cooldown. Mastery rank also affects standing, which means yes, it is very important. Using Ivara's sleep arrow will work for the wildlife preservation thing. Also, Equinox's Night's Sleep. Most warframe abilities that can put enemies to sleep will also work on animals for preservation conservation. Gauss and Grendel were actually first shown off together and were supposed to be released together. Grendel's stomach mechanic needed more dev time, so he got delayed. We still don't have the drop tables for the Arcane Dissolution system, so we don't know the chances of each arcane. The original warframes were based on a person. We don't get access to the original unless talking about Excalibur Umbra. The frames we construct in our orbiter are robotic duplicates of the original warframes that are much weaker than original. I had my thoughts on warframe creation and I was kind of hoping the Warframe 1999 would explain some of these things. I have some issues with this explanation, but overall, I think this is the best explanation for warframe creation I've seen in a long time. Fun fact about the Archwing dodge. If you have rolling guard on your warframe, it will proc when you use the Archwing dodge. Fun fact of your fun fact. Same with Kaitz, the horse. You should add that one mod can be used in multiple slots at the same time. For example, if your primary is a shotgun and your companion is also a shotgun, you can equip the same mod for both weapons. This is a recent change. Earlier, you needed 2 versions of the same mod to use it in different weapons at the same time. Fun fact, Grendel's Nourish activation sounds like You're welcome. Thank you. Now I cannot unhear this. I want to trade my Steel Meridian and Red Veil Syndicate items for others, but no one wants to. Just sell them for platinum to buy the other Syndicate items. Rhino's Overguard also scales with the damage he takes during the invulnerability stage, meaning if you pop it in Kela the Thames boss fight during orbital strikes, you can get up to crazy millions of Overguard. I can write and decipher Orokin language. I learned it within 3 months. Tell me you are a Warframe fan without telling me you are a Warframe fan. Both Waltz and Wisp's speed work on the defection NPCs, the hacked drone from Cetus bounties, and a bunch more that I don't remember. Citrine's gonna start an only frames with Atlas.
Shut up and take my money!
What I want the most is a Railjack SP. I think the mode is really fun. Xaku has no gender.
Non-binary.
They are a literal amalgam of different Warframe parts stripped off of dead frames. Who would ever mute Ordis? Muting Ordis is the best option in the game. Fun fact, Trinity's 4 used to fully heal objectives before the change that capped the healing. The Kuwa Brahma doesn't have a base version. Both Kuwa and Tenet weapons introduced exclusive weapons. Did you know Proteus shield support can work on defense targets? Darvos Deal is one of the biggest ongoing scams in the game. He prospers every time. Related note to the shotguns. The crit chance and status chance are per pellet, not per round shot. Aren't Margulis and the Lotus the same person? No, they aren't. They are two separate beings, but for a while the Lotus pretended to be Margulis. I still regret my decision to call a Lotus Margulis. I did not know that the plural of Eximus was Eximi. I'm not a language expert, so it might not be. I went with words like cactus and octopus and their plural forms, cacti and octopi. I think that saying Eximus or Eximi is both correct, but I think a lot of you will agree Eximi just sounds better. Where do you get the Umbra Forma blueprints from? I never knew they existed. You can get them from Tation in the relays, watching dev streams and some events. Jade light from Jade Eximus can penetrate Revenant's mesmer skin. I tested this and nothing bad happened. Either this doesn't happen or my Revenant doesn't like getting penetrated by a bunch of weird green people. Why does like everyone in Warframe have one big arm and one normal arm? Loneliness. Try /debug instead of /unstuck. I did and nothing happens. You can also use a help me step bro, I'm stuck on a Grineer ship line. That might also work. Thanks to everyone who left a comment. I tried to pick the ones I found to be the most interesting, and I'm sorry if your comment didn't make it. If you want to see your comments in the next video, which will probably happen but not very soon, leave me a special comment so that I can pay more attention. Most of these comments I basically stole, and in a way I kinda feel bad, but I think that there were some good tips, questions and even some funny stuff in here. Enjoy the rest of your life and let me know what do you think about this.